If you notice in this one, I'm still the bully. So I think I leave feelings at the door once I show up.
It is really awesome to get to chat with you guys today. How you doing?
Good. Hello.
Good, man. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I was running a little bit late. I was chatting with Zach and Jasper, and those are two just amazing dudes.
They are good guys.
What was it like for you guys having these new dudes around? Jackass Forever is the 4th movie. I mean, we're 20 years removed, more than 20 years removed from the show. So what was that experience like, having so much new blood on set?
It was good because pranking, us more and more after all these years, we started to figure out pranks and what the setup is. But these guys are just walking in blind, and you can hold their hand into a prank, and it was the best thing to do. So that was one of the fun things to do with the new guys.
We were on a break in between filming, and we would call them up and say, "Why weren't you on set today? We've been filming for days. Where have you been?" Oh my God, what happened?
Oh no. Those poor guys.
Yeah.
Here's something that I wanted to, like, as you know, I mean, you guys are older now. It's like we said, 2 decades. Does your level of hesitation toward a stunt change, like, at this point? Like, are you a lot more like, I don't want to do that, than you would have been, 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
I think less, just because you're not getting out of it. You're not getting out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
It's more stress to put up a fight than it is to just go through the bit. So
you've learned that over the years. Like, why bother arguing with any of them?
Yeah.
Do you find that in injury situations, you are maybe more concerned for your peers than you would have been in the past? Whereas maybe in the past you would have been just all like laughing really hard. Like this time it seems like there were a lot more, oh no. Like that, I kind of felt that way when I was watching it.
I think just the recovery time for us older guys is so much longer, and the injuries, that's the biggest thing. It's not getting them, it's just getting better and then getting back to work. When you're 6 a.m. the next day, your body is beat up, it hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
If you notice in this one, I'm still the bully. So I think I leave feelings at the door once I show up.
Man, I think for me, like, the Ehren doing the cup test. Oh my gosh. Was that as brutal to watch in person as it was on screen?
Oh yeah. It's because what he has to go through. And if he would sometimes just sit there and take it, it wouldn't take that long. But a few of them, he flinches and, it takes a little longer.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah. When he gets hit in the leg with that softball, like you think that the cup thing, like that's bad enough. But for some reason, that leg hit with the softball was just like, oh no, no. Do you guys have any specific favorite moments from this movie? Like any stunts that you're like, man, that just came off so perfect, and I'm so glad that we did that.
One of mine's the opener.
Okay. Oh, man.
The opener just fell together and put everybody perfectly, Yep. It's awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Preston?
The human ramp, just because it was one of the first things we shot, and it had almost the entire cast in it, and everybody was just Poopies' first day, and he's farting on Knoxville. We hit Knoxville right in the privates, it worked out good. It was a good bit.
That is a really good bit. And you said that was everybody's first. So that was the first time Zach with the motorcycle, like all that was.
Yeah. That was day one.
Wow. What was shooting that like for you guys? Because you were both underneath those planes.
No, I was off to the side.
Okay.
Preston was underneath.
Preston, you were on the bottom. You were on the bottom. You had like 2 or 3 people on top of you.
Yeah, and it was not sex.
Oh my. I just imagine like the pressure from that had to be like
it was more of just the weight of the guys on top of me waiting for them to set up cameras, and go back around. I just couldn't breathe.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That was the worst. That was the worst menage a trois I've ever seen.
I want to ask you guys about what watching Knoxville do the bull thing again and flip and like, oh my Lord, what was that like off to the side just watching that happen?
It's like a horrible car crash. You want to look and see things and all that, but it's bad. It's bad because every time he's taking a chance. And if you notice in the movie, we replayed like old ones. He flips exactly the same. So he's already done that bit enough already that we don't even know why he keeps wanting to repeat it.
He just wants to see. It's like a growth chart, like marking the doorway. But this is that for him. He's just gonna keep doing this every decade.
Jesus, man.
How he handles it.
Yeah.
Man, well, it's a fantastic movie. Look, I'm a lifer. I remember the promos to Jackass before the show even aired. I've just been such a huge fan for a long time. So it's been a real honor to get to chat with you guys today. I appreciate it. Man, growing up, Jackass fan, like I know you guys were. This is such a great movie. It was so much fun. I'd love to hear a little bit about your experiences, kind of being on, having been fans and doing kind of all these crazy stunts with all these guys you've looked up to over the years. Jasper, I'd like to ask you first.
Honestly, it's an amazing experience. I didn't think I would ever end up here in life. I don't know how I got here, but I'm very, very happy from being just a young boy, watching Jackass, loving the shows and the movies and all the spinoffs. And then for me just to one day get a call saying, hey, like you by any chance want to come hang out with us? It meant a lot to me. It's just like on some like, wow, like this is really happening. But also in my head, I'm like, wow, I might die. But I did it. I'm here right now talking to you. It's amazing.
How many experiences like that did you have on set where you're like, oh, I think this is the end for me?
I don't know. Like, there's a couple, there's a couple, definitely. Definitely like at least 3, maybe 4.
Coming down that sand, sand slide, man, that was
oh my God.
brutal.
That slip and slide was the gnarliest slip and slide that I've ever been on in my life. And it was so scary looking up from the top. And I was just hoping that Jeff wasn't gonna like forget that I didn't do it yet. And like he was gonna be like, yeah, we're good, we're done, but no. Yeah, I went flying on that thing.
Yeah, you did, man. Jasper, let me ask you, man. I know they're very different shows, but did Loiter Squad in any way prepare you for what this was gonna be?
Yes and no, because there's like maybe a couple of little things we did in Loiter Squad that was like extreme, but like nothing like this though, because Loiter Squad was more skit comedy, and this is like go over there and hurt yourself so everybody can smile at you. The end goal was to fail in this one, and it wasn't like that in Loiter Squad.
Okay, so I one of the things I like that we're chatting, after the movie's been out and it's getting ready to come out on Blu-ray, DVD, and all that, and so we can like talk about things that like you can't like do spoilers if you're talking before the movie comes out. We can kind of talk about that stuff. So I want to ask about the Vomitron. And how much you guys knew going in, like how much of that was like a huge surprise to you?
Everything,
literally all of it. All we knew is we were going to try to drink the milk and puke on the Vomitron, that's all we knew. Or at least try not to puke. I'm not even sure really what the initial thing was, but it was one or the other. And then we just get like attacked. It was horrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, and honestly. I think the best part about it that nobody probably noticed is that they didn't tell us how to get out. So it was just in there, and they're yelling at us like, "Get out, get out!" And we're like, "We don't know how." And they're like,
we're just
"Fire!"
Shot at, like it was stuck in there. And then with the magic of editing, we get out. But
they lied to us.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
One thing that I really want to ask you guys is it more intimidating to actually shoot some of these stunts or to try and come up with things to pitch? Like which one is like more intimidating for you?
It is like, I don't know, when I've pitched ideas, I felt really nervous though too. But I think it's definitely more. I definitely felt like scared, like pitching it. Yeah, what if they think it's stupid, you know? And then like, but like that, I think it's definitely more scary to do the stuff than to pitch the ideas. Because I can pitch dumb ideas all day and like still be fine, you know.
You know, I thought about that because I was thinking about how like back on the I can't remember if it was the show or if it was one of the movies where Bam he shows the drawing that he had made where he's like, this is literally the whole pitch. It's Preston with a rope, the wee man. Like, is it really like was it really like that with you guys? Like, do you really just like show up and somebody, here's a picture, let's do this?
So sometimes it is like that. Sometimes though, like they would just be like, "Oh, you're doing this," and that's it. You know, like
yeah, you don't get to pick and choose what you do. Jeff gets to pick and choose.
Yeah, and you can't be like too eager about wanting to do something, or they won't let you do it. They'll have someone else do it. Like,
that's funny because then they're like, because you think this is getting off easy.
yeah.
Jasper, how much has Dark Shark's fame gone to his head in the wake of that? He's clearly a star of the movie.
Honestly, man, he been big-headed since the Lord of Squad. It for sure bumped it up some more though, but nothing too crazy. He for sure is living a mini dream of a superstar. He for sure thinks he's more famous than me now. I feel like sometimes, like we do things on the side. He's like, why didn't go there? And I'm like, this was for like the main cast. He's like, oh, okay, well, I should have went. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill.
Going into those bits where he's there with the spider and with the vulture, like how much did you tell him ahead of time? Or were you kind of like, did you play coy?
No, so we told him he was just gonna be peanut gallery. He was just gonna watch us do stuff. And then he didn't know we was gonna flip it on him at any time. So when we did, I don't know if they showed him his face when we first was like, all right, now it's Dark Shark turn. But yeah, he wasn't feeling that. Every time something was for him to do, we had to pump him up. Like legit, like Jeff had to like talk to him a little bit and be like, yo, Dark Shark is gonna be on the movie, man. You might as well do it. It's a movie, like it's a movie, theaters. And then finally he'd be like, all right.
That's fantastic. Well, his bits are amazing, like so funny. I think we really need more of him. I really think Dark Shark needs his own show. But
that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to figure out how to get him his own show. Actually, he deserves it. I think it'd be real funny.
Yeah, Paramount Plus exclusive. I think that's what.
That would be sick.
Dark Chapter. So
yes, there's Cheddar fans talk, and people kind of want another Jackass show, and is that something that the two of you would be interested in jumping on? I mean, are you excited about the idea of that, or are you like, I don't know if I want to put my body through that?
I'm always down to join, but as long as everybody else is there too. I don't want it to be like the new school. I want this to be like the family. Everybody's there from the beginning to the newer one, all having a good time.
Yeah. Like if they hit us up and they want us to do something like all together, 100%. Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you've had a warm reception from sort of the Jackass community, the fans around the world? I mean, because you are fans yourself, and I think that shines through.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think I've seen it for like all of us, actually. All of us new people, like all the new guys. I haven't seen much negative, and I mean, like, I really feel like everyone, like, I feel like there were some people at first that were like, oh, I don't know about these guys, but I feel like that, now they're like, oh, these people are dope, so yeah.
I feel like that's with anything. Every time something's new and not natural to what they know, they always like, ooh, I don't know. But I saw a lot of comments saying like, oh, I didn't know about the new guys, but after watching the movie, they fit in perfect. It didn't feel like it was forced or nothing. Like it was just normal. And I was like, cuz we normal. We just like you now.
I think anytime you mess with like a big you like take a big franchise and you change it a little bit, everyone's going to freak out a little bit.
Yeah. They added a new Ninja Turtle. I'll be like, what the hell?
Oh, I would freak the fuck out.
They did a good job. I'd be like, all right, cool.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that Ninja Turtle.
You watch, they're probably going to do that now, dude. Watch.
No, they have.
They did?
There's a new Ninja Turtle?
There's a yellow one, and then there's also a light blue one, but it's not like...
Dude, where the have I been with Ninja Turtles? Dude, I thought I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan. I guess I'm not.
Oh my God. We're gonna have to take your size away.
Yeah,
that was the first one.
My half tail's gone now. Dude.
Yeah. Quarter shell.
Thank you guys so much for taking time to chat. I appreciate it. Dave England and Danger Ehren McGhehey. How are you guys doing today?
Super awesome. Woo.
I'm doing good. Right, you got a lot of extra strap on that hat. I like it.
Yeah, right. You're talking about all this stuff right here?
The strap on your hat. I like.
Oh, this right here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate tucking it. I don't know. I just have a weird thing.
I like it. Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
Do your thing,
I
man.
might steal that style.
I just started doing it. I thought other people did it, but I don't know. Maybe
It's almost like a cockeyed unicorn or something.
it's got like a, yeah. I like to kind of. I'm trying to stand
Yep.
out. Trying to start a cool thing. Dave, it's funny. I want to tell you. So I'm a lifer, right? I remember the Jackass, trailers before the show even came on, right? And when the show came out, and like everybody had nicknames, right? She was like Danger Ehren and Wee Man, even Knoxville, like that's not his real name. And I genuinely thought Dave England was a nickname. Like I thought you were like Dave from England. Like, and like even hearing you talk, I was like, oh, maybe he's just not using his accent.
Putting on American accent over here.
I don't know why I thought
Good
that.
actor.
Yeah.
The only nickname I have is when I've had too much to drink and I'm bugging everyone, causing mischief. They call me Darf.
Let's not undergraduate the fact of which
F.
Darf is not just causing mischief.
Oh, he's
a
cute. He's a cute little mischief
asshole.
maker.
You like basically would push the button to end the world as Darf. Like you'd be like, whoops.
Yeah, I don't have access to a button like that.
Man.
What are you talking
Scorched
about?
earth.
Where's that button at? I'd like to check it out real quick.
See, he's already Darfing right now thinking about it.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to encourage Dave to darf all over the place.
Did you ever see Train Spotting?
Yeah.
And you know when that a bad guy, their friend that's kind of a jerk, and he drinks that pint, he throws it off the balcony, and it hits that lady in the head. He's like, yeah. And he's like, they're like, who did it? He's like, me.
That's you.
That's me. That's how I get.
Well, I
For
think
like 8 straight hours.
for like
What? I don't know. The next day, I'm blacked. I don't remember anything. And then they're telling me all the bad things I do. I'm like, there wasn't enough time to do all that.
there's no way.
There was, Dave.
I get so busy.
Yeah.
Does that help when you're shooting stunts and bits and things like that?
No,
it hasn't
no
helped.
way.
It doesn't help at all. It doesn't help anything.
You can't show up like that. If you show up to our job like that, they're gonna.
Darf has
it's not gonna work out good.
Darf has not helped one thing in Darf's lifetime ever. Not one thing has ever Darf done that's been like, I'm glad Darf showed up tonight.
I'm really glad he's here.
Yeah. Hey, Darf, it's good to see you. No, let's get on.
Where's Darf? I don't know.
Where's
Darf
Darf?
should be here
It's
soon.
Darf
He's
time.
late. You're late, Darf. We've been waiting for you.
Darf, our tea time was 4:00. Come on.
You were supposed to be here an hour ago, Darf. So Jackass Forever came out in January, finally, after so long.
Yeah.
What was it like? You guys
February.
Came on February. That's right, February 4th. That's right. I'm sorry. I was there opening.
But you
night.
might as well
Swear
have
to God.
been correct about
Should have been. It was supposed to be January at one point, wasn't it?
I think it came out. It was supposed to be October, January, February.
It just kept moving.
So, yeah.
And now it's finally coming out on Blu-ray and DVD, so people can like go and buy it and have it. That's awesome.
Yeah, on April 19th.
Is it April 19th? I thought it was March 29th.
That's the streaming.
That's the streaming. That's
Streaming.
the digital. That's digital. Yes, that's
Digital.
Right. That's
All
my
platforms.
Yeah, digital.
But the DVD is going to have extra footage, 40 minutes of extra footage of awesome
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I'm there, dude.
Like,
I love.
I haven't even seen it.
Jackass DVD.
Dave hasn't even seen it. We haven't seen.
Yeah, we haven't seen the 40 minutes. We don't know what it is.
I
But
have no idea what's there.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious.
Some of this you guys filmed pre-COVID, and some
Some of it, like,
during
so,
COVID, right?
So what we did is we got together and we decided to make a movie again, and we did this little test in December of 2019.
Yeah.
Just like a weekend thing, and we also had some of the newcomers, the new cast on that, and we were just kind of feeling them out. And we got some awesome footage that weekend. Some of it's in the movie, but
yeah, the human ramp and the
yeah.
What else? What was it? We had Ehren.
Oh my God,
the monkey, the skater. We had him in the
yeah,
hammock, and he was
and the
like
nut,
banana.
and the nut, the
The
game.
cup test?
The Dum Dum game.
Dum Dum game.
Oh, the Dum Dum game. Okay.
Yeah, we filmed so
And-
much in those 2 days. And the dick smashing thing, like the plexiglass dick smasher.
Yeah. The
at
paddle.
at the time, that had been the gnarliest I've ever been hit in the balls in my life. When the dum-dum game, like the flip-flop, the pressure, the amount, it was
on a piece of metal too.
It was on a metal that would have just
flip-flop.
ripped my dick off completely, but somehow it didn't.
Oh.
It measured me perfectly. But at the time, that had been the gnarliest I've ever been hit in my dick. And that was like nothing compares to what was about to happen to me when we started filming again. But we started filming like in December of 2019. Then a couple months went by, and then we officially started filming in March.
It was like the early spring of 2020.
Yeah, and then literally as that day ended of the first week of filming, we were going to come back and start filming again, like in a week or two. And that week was the shutdown and COVID.
Yeah.
We were shut down for like 6 months, and then we filmed for 3 months, and then we got shut down, and it just kept going back and forth. So the whole time for like basically 2 years, what would have normally been like 6 months of filming.
All the other movies were 6 months, like clockwork.
Yeah. But for 2 years, we were like knowing what we were going to have to do. So for instead of it being like a week of knowing I'm going to get my dick ripped off, it was like 6 months. For 6 months, I would just be like every day wake up going, oh God. Seriously.
What was the aftermath? Okay, because so you're talking, but we all know what we're talking about. We're talking about cup test stuff,
Sure.
and that pogo scene with the two of you. How has your friendship recovered?
Oh, we're tight. We're even tighter. We're tighter now than more than ever.
He asked me to do that, and I said that's the worst idea ever. All my weight will be on that little peg.
I know.
Like
That
all
was
of
a
it
great
right
idea.
there, concentrated. It's gonna be worse than all the other ones. Let's not do this. And he just kept insisting, and I'm like, well, maybe get someone else to do it. And then he started like pumping me up. It's like, you're the best pogo sticker around.
Yeah, Dave.
Like,
Dave,
I'm
trusted
pretty
Dave.
good at pogo sticking.
I trusted Dave more than anyone else on the
I
pogo.
I pogo stuck that shit.
Yeah, you pogo stuck you pogo nutted me. But the funny part about that is I just filmed the softball cup test.
Same day, an hour earlier, he had the softball in the nut.
14 times.
Yeah.
And then
I was so surprised you wanted to do it that day. And it was a cold day too, like where you just don't want to get hurt.
I didn't want to have to wait. I didn't want to have to try and sleep and then know that I was going to do the pogo stick the next day. So I told everyone, I'm like, let's do it right now. And then they had like 2 pogo sticks to choose from. And so here I am choosing which one I think is going to do the least amount of damage. And I'm like, and I chose the one that Dave used, and he did it the first try and just barely missed. And the cup I used was
I got him in like the lower stomach the first time.
Oh my! It almost went through my body. Like it felt like it was gonna go through my body, like literally. And then the next one, he nailed me right on the nut, and it pinched my nut between the ground and the pogo stick, and it exploded.
And it stunk. I don't know what that stink was, but it stunk. That's why Lance puked, because it stunk. It was crazy. We're all like, "What's the smell?" Like broken ball? That's what a broken ball smells like.
Safety first. Hey, look, there's the pogo stick right there. See this shirt?
That's it. Safety
That's
first.
the OG pogo stick. That was the first thing I ever filmed 22 years ago. Dave had a pogo stick when we.
Yeah, that was my pogo stick.
Yeah, yeah. And I just took over because I started jumping off of like 20-foot gaps and shit and broke my finger. Day 1 of filming Jackass. That was the first thing I ever filmed.
Listen, Ehren, I wanted to shout out your YOB shirt at the end of the movie. I live in Eugene. I know you're from Minville. Yeah, wow. I saw that, and I was like, I was hitting my 14-year-old. I was like, that band is from here.
Yeah, Yob is one of they're some of my best friends. And
that's awesome, dude. That's cool, man.
Yob.
That's cool. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you taking time to chat with me today. Thank you so much. Excited to be chatting with DJ Rachel Wolfson and big time movie star Poopies. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I apologize if I look a little tired. I was up late watching Jackass Forever.
Don't apologize for shit, dude.
I've watched it probably like 4 or 5 times at this point. My 14, I've watched it together like a bunch. Like it's just the best. And you guys are fantastic. And it looked like you guys were having so much fun. What was it like being on set, being with all those like iconic Jackass dudes and just like going in hard on these stunts? Rachel, I'll start with you.
I mean, it was completely a dream come true. I grew up watching these guys on TV. I was a big MTV kid. So it seems so surreal, even to this day. Anytime I get together with them, I'm like, am I really hanging out with these guys? It was honestly such a cool opportunity that I'm grateful for, that I got to know them and they accepted me into this crazy family. And they picked a great new cast, and I love all the guys we work with. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Right on. Poopies, what was it like for you, man?
That was a trip. I like flew over from Hawaii, and then all of a sudden I'm freaking on this huge set. I've freaking never seen these cameras in my life. And dude, yeah, there's Knoxville, there's like Wee Man, there's all the boys. I was tripping, bro. I was like, this is sick. I was like, dude, bro, I made it.
That's awesome. But
yeah. Man. And then they become your friends, and then you're just like, whoa, like this is sick. They're real, you know, they're real, they're not fake.
Yeah.
So that's what I really love about them. They're just real, and they just treat you like any other person.
Yeah, no, I've had a chance to chat with some of them this past week.
They're
really cool. And I guess before we go on, I should clarify something. Ehren corrected me because I misspoke, and I said that the physical release for the Blu-ray and DVD, I said is March 29th. It's actually the digital release, and the physical release is April 19th. So I need to clarify that now because I said it wrong in like 3 interviews before. So Rachel, I want to ask you, Scorpion stun gun, what hurt the most?
Definitely the Scorpion hurt more. I had never been bitten in the lip by a Scorpion before, so that was for sure more painful.
What were there? Did you have like long-term effects from that, like for the next few days? Like,
well, we used a couple different kinds of Scorpions than the one that was shown. I mean, the one that was shown, they used 2 other kinds. So I got bit in the lip multiple times by multiple different Scorpions that have different kinds of venom. So my lip was swollen for a couple days, and I could feel it like in my lymph nodes. But I think that was just the body, you know, getting rid of whatever venom, foreign object that was inside of me. But there was nothing that, no permanent damage or anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Poopies, I want to ask, like, anything that you did in this movie, was any of it worse than the Shark Week stunt? Because that seemed pretty gnarly, man.
Nothing's worse than that. That's like the gnarliest of the gnarliest, my friend.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
how's your recovery? How was your recovery from that? I mean, that was
it's freaking. This is doing all right.
Oh man,
this is the gnarly part. Like this right here is like the skin graft. But yeah, it only goes like that far.
Oh my
Doesn't really do too much, bro. Yeah, but I'm still surfing. And like riding my 110s around. So I'm back at the Poopies Grom lifestyle.
Nice.
It's all good.
I asked Jasper and Zach about the Vomitron, and they were like, look, we knew nothing going into that. Was that accurate for you as well? You didn't know anything?
Yeah, we didn't know. We like rolled up on this lot, and it's like this country western Paramount lot, and we show up on the bus, and there's like 100 cars. I'm like, what are all these cars here for like this little Vomitron thing, you know? Bro, and then all of a sudden here comes the army trucks. I was like, that's why all the cars are parked there. I was like,
I knew all about it.
I was gonna say, Rachel, you knew all about it, right?
Rachel was in on it.
Were you were in the, like, you knew everything?
So me, Preston, and Ehren and Wee Man, we were on the other side of it. So I knew for, I think, a couple days what was happening. So I had to actually keep it from Zach and Poopies.
Man,
I almost got caught.
What a great friend. What a good friend.
But it was really
Stop.
I actually, that was like it was really cool because I got to spend, you know, some quality time with the OGs and
real quality time.
Really cool. You know, getting together, torturing the Poopies.
Yeah.
Some of the best time ever.
Do you guys? I asked. This is another one that I asked to Jasper and Zach. Is it more intimidating to do these stunts or to present a stunt idea, to like come up with something and be like, here's what I think? Because that feels like it would be pretty intimidating to me.
I feel like doing the stunt is more intimidating. Presenting it is fun because when you're talking to other people, you know, their input can come in and you can watch a stunt really come alive as far as like the idea of it. But yeah, when it comes to the execution, I think that's where the adrenaline really comes in, you know?
Yeah, that's when like, yeah, you like, you do the intro, then you know when you're doing the intro, it's like, dude, it's about to go down. Like you're about to get hurt. So you got that like 5 seconds for the intro, and then it's like game on. And it's like, okay, this is I guess what we're here for. We got to do it, you know. But the outcome's usually good, but sometimes it's bad.
So being old school Jackass fans like we all are here, I'm curious. I'd like to know like what your favorite, like if you guys have a favorite Jackass stunt. Poopies, what's your favorite one from just the pantheon of Jackass stunts?
I don't know, maybe like Ryan Dunn putting a car up his butt and going to the doctors and getting x-rayed. That's like a classic. That's an iconic one.
Yes,
that's fine right there.
Couldn't agree more. Rachel, what's your favorite one?
I like when Steve-O swallows the goldfish.
Oh, that was just like
yeah,
time, right?
that's the one, dude. Like there should be like a cartoon freaking NFT on that.
Is it wild seeing those guys like go that hard still after 2 decades? Like being there in person. Yeah.
It's inspiring. I mean, it's just you're watching comedic stunt geniuses really, you know, give their whole lives to something. And I love the fact that age isn't stopping them. It actually makes it more funnier, in my opinion. And I think they agree. So I find it to be inspiring.
I asked Preston and Wee Man, and Preston said that he said that I was like, in your old, like getting older, like, do you find yourself more hesitant? And he was like, no, it's exact opposite. We're actually more gung-ho. Did you guys kind of see that on set?
I mean, there was no shortage of them. Like, there was no hesitation. It didn't seem like it was any different than any of the other films. I mean,
they're a little rusty. You know, I had to give them a couple tips. They're rusty on a couple of things, but they killed it.
Well, listen, guys, I think my time is almost up. I want to ask one last question. There's talk out there, you know, Jackass fans talk. A lot of people would love to see another Jackass show. I asked Jasper and Zach, and they were like, look, if everybody else was in, we'd be in. I'm curious what you guys think. Would you want to do? Would you want to be part of a new Jackass show if that ever was on the table?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure.
I would be disappointed if I wasn't in
it. I think we all would, Poopies.
The whole world would be lost. Sure. You can't have Jackass without Poopies now.
No.
Thank you. Oh,
awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat. I really appreciate it. Jackass Forever out on Blu-ray and DVD April 19th and digital March 29th. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.